Yeah, we're going to be looking for the equation to the tangent line at a specific point on the graph. So we're going to be working on that. So we've defined our function here. F of x is the square root of 3x squared minus 2, and here's the point 3, 5. So in other words, if I take 3, I plug it into the function, I should be getting 5 out. So here's the deal. We want to construct y is equal to mx plus b. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find m, and then we're going to find b. But to find m here, that is the slope of this line, we need to take the derivative. Okay, so that's going to be the first thing we do. We take the derivative of f of x. All right, so I'm going to get that out of radical form, get it into exponential form, and then we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this exponent, we're going to bring it out front. We're going to rewrite everything in parentheses, and we're going to subtract 1 from a half, and that's going to give us a negative a half, right? A half minus 1 is a negative half. And then we're going to take the derivative of what's in parentheses, so the derivative of 3x squared is 6x, and the derivative of negative 2 is 0. And of course, this is the graph over here. We'll look at that here in a minute. All right, the next thing I'm going to do here is just go ahead and do some simplifying. We have a negative up here in the exponent, so we're going to want to take that down into the denominator. And since it is a half, I'm just going to go ahead and write that back into radical form. And then we have a 6x that's going to stay up here in the numerator. This 2 is going to drop down into the denominator. And of course, 2 goes into 6 3 times. So here is the derivative. Okay, so now remember that our x value is 3, and we want to find the slope of the tangent line when x is equal to 3. So we just take 3, plug it into our function, and simplify it down. We end up with 9 over 5. Now, we got rid of this radical down here in the denominator by multiplying the denominator by the square root of 25 and the numerator by the square root of 25. And actually, I don't need to do that. I'm asleep here at the wheel. What's the square root of 25? It's 5. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's look at the graph. Or no, let's move on. Let's finish the problem. Okay. So the slope is 9/5, and that's what I'm calling m. So we're going to plug 9/5 in for m here, and we want to solve for b. So that's what we need to do. Now remember, our x was 3 and our y value is 5. So now what we're going to do here is just multiply the 9 times the 3. That gives us the 27 over 5. And then we took it over here to the left hand side, which makes it a negative out here in front, or 5 minus 27 over 5. All right, we do the arithmetic, and we end up with 9/5 x minus 2/5. So this right here is going to be your minus 2/5. So there it is. There's the equation to the tangent line. Now let's go look at the graph. Alright, so here's our graph, and I need to state that this graph is not to scale, right? As you can see, we come out 2 units in this direction, and you know, 5, I mean, this is definitely not to scale here, but that's okay. There's some problems somewhere that actually show you how to calculate the actual slope of the line in this particular picture when this is not to scale. It's real easy to do. Okay, it's real easy to do. But anyway, so here's the point on the graph, and that's at x is equal to 3 and come straight across, and there's 5, and you can see the tangent line running right through that point right there. So, all right.